places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun, give on the inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking to throw on second down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job, nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
And he intercepts it. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. So the opening drive of the game, and you spin it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not to start this offensive game.
The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Fuentes. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plucked it.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Trying to get to him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Cherry. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
He's got his man. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to go deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
The incompletion on first down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it. And fired the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Dances away. Gets rid of it. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They're going to ride this running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He's back to throw on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Barnes. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
On second down, wants to throw it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Getting some heat. Looking deep. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Discards a man. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. To the air, it's Fuentes. Finds his man in the middle. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Cherry. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The Buckeyes had this offense rolling. On the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. Thrust that arm out. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Now they'll run the draw. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Ducks want to move quickly. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. The 50, the 40, the 30, inside the 10. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2.
And it's so great to see the resiliency of this defense because they've been on the field now for a few minutes, right? This offense has been churning play after play after play, and they're getting yards, but the defense never quit. They were able to get to the ball, force the turnover, get possession, and now they get a much-deserved rest.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense.
Looking deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing on this one.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
He's got it down the middle. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moving away from pressure. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
off the play fake on first down. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That QB is lucky that ball wasn't picked. You just cannot lob the football, especially when you're throwing it down the middle of the field like that.
All wideouts, no bats. On second down, he's looking downfield, feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Ducks are flying down the field. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extends. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. The quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Going up top. Grabs it inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying his defense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. The Ducks in the hurry up. Touch pass on the run. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Offense, quick tempo. They'll throw it on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground, and then we're going to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He wants to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Fuentes. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that offensive line gave that quarterback all day to throw the football. That QB could have checked his social media, balanced his investment portfolio, and booked dinner. That's an example of 5 guys up front acting as one. Tremendous job in pass pro.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down there?
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ducks!
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Fuentes. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Offense facing 4th down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
All right, 4th quarter now. You're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. With quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and when you got the lead on the other side, defense, I'm playing tight coverage, making them earn it. I want that clock to tick. And that was a really good play by the offense. Pretty good coverage by the defense, but I got to make them earn it all the way down the field.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabs it in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him. Now on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Fuentes. Oh, he wants it all. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Threw a pick last time. Almost threw another one. But you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience.
None. Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. Like, listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make some plays. He's going to give some away. Let's try to do a little bit more of the playmaking as opposed to giving it to the other team.
He caught it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UAB is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 18 to ULM.
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oregon! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
37.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Fuentes. Unloads to the right. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing. And how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
The sure hands. It's Cherry. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Michigan has it back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25. Smashes through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
All right, you gave up the big play defense. I know they got a big chunk, but they didn't get in the end zone. You live to fight another day. Now you got to bow your necks up and make this stop inside the 5.
They want to throw it. Touchdown, Ducks! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They'll try to pin them back with this kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. Fair catch called for and made. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Going up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it.